Hi Aries, and welcome to your November 2019 general reading. So I'll be doing this, there's no Vimeo readings, and I'll do a monthly update. I've had a bereavement and I'm very much honouring the process that I'm in. So my energy is really going there. But I thought I'd do something because quite a lot of people rely on the readings and it's my creativity. So you got the Blessed card. That's really funny. Gemini got this card as well. As above, so below. Number 22, which is the master number. Maybe some sort of, I guess the Blessed card points to the idea of heaven on earth. So living your life in a way which is very sort of very aligned with universal principles, which are always about love and compassion. It can be a very strong relationship card as well. It's actually one of my main relationship cards. So let's have a look, Gemini. So any cross watching, it was Gemini that got this card as well. So please give me clear-cut messages for Aries for the sign for the month ahead. Mars is in Libra, so obviously your energy is very much focused on relationships. Libra is about including other people, and that's always what you're here to learn. Okay, give me a minute, guys. One shuffle, then a quick cut. I'm going to do one more cut of the deck, actually. Yeah. One more cut of the deck, sorry. You got a flying card, which was a death card. We're in Scorpio season. So, Scorpio's about the shadow, going to the depth and coming back, reborn in the Judgment card. So, King of Wands and the Page of Swords. Sagittarius got this as well. What you want is the Star card, which is grace, faith, transparency, openness, healing. It is the Aquarius card. Boy, you got almost identical card to Sag. The gift is Temperance, which is Sagittarius. The challenge is the Wheel, which means you're dealing with timing. We're always dealing with timing. Thy will be done is the highest prayer that a person can ever say. Not my will, but thy will. Six of Cups in your relationships. Magician in your money and work. Boy, what are you up to, Aries? Ace of Cups, that's soul position. So the Ace of Cups is the Blessed card, essentially. As above, so below. Seeing through the eyes of the heart, not the ego, which is what we're all here to master. For some of you, this is definitely about relationships. There's no way around it. And then you get the Four of Pentacles. So someone is maybe keeping their heart a little bit guarded here, which is bizarre because what you want is this transparency and this state of openness. Grace, basically. Grace is the highest energy in the whole universe. There's nothing greater than grace. Anything after the Four of Pentacles, or do you want to leave it this way, universe? You get the Empress, beautiful. Card of Taurus, card of Mother Earth, very, very much the card of love. She's got the Venus symbol on her. Can be about motherhood, family, home, nature, nurture, that sort of thing. So the King of Wands and the Page of Swords behind you. So the Page of Swords is about communication. Always does. He carries the Ace. The Ace of Swords can be a bit of a double-edged sword, actually. I think all the aces have got two sides to them. Because sometimes the Ace of Cups comes when we're not ready for it. And sometimes the Ace of Swords comes when we're not ready for it. Because the highest truth in the universe is never about the highest truth in the universe is always about us, our part. And so sometimes we don't like the Page of Swords, the Ace of Swords, because to be in the truth means that we're really much in self-responsibility, because it's with the King of Wands, which is mastering the life force. For some of you, this is clearly a relationship. Might be with a fire sign, doesn't have to be. Wands are about chemistry that connect two people. If not, you're just very much in your own element here. And you're a king, which means you're pretty much getting ready to launch something here. And with the Magician showing up in your money and work, it might be some sort of new creative venture, because the Magician holds all the aces. Some of you are definitely spending time considering the future, considering your options, cutting through illusions. There might be some sort of process of communication going on. Now what you want is the Star card. So the Star card is a sign of Aquarius, which is basically the new age, whatever you want to call that we're moving into, which is about the age of truth, transparency, not shoving crap under the carpet, but being very, very transparent in how you deal with things. Tell me more about this Star card as what Aries is looking for. Okay, it's with the Five of Swords. Someone might have spoken some words here. And there's maybe some sort of desire for healing here, to tell you the truth, but it'll be through that Page of Swords, which is about communication, okay? I'm not quite fully sure what's going on here, but the Star card is essentially the gift of soul. And it's because the Ace of Cups is a soul level, it's living through the heart and living in a way that's very, very soulful, Aries. And when we live in a way that's very, very soulful, we don't harm other people, okay? We make mistakes, but we don't cause harm. And when we do what we can to try and fix it. So maybe it's someone else's spoken words that have caused harm, or maybe it's been you. But because what you want is grace, grace comes when we stand, we admit our mistakes, we're honest, we're straightforward. That's when grace comes. It doesn't come any other way. Trust me, guys, I know. So there might have been some conflict with someone, basically. Now, the gift is Temperance, which is Sagittarius. Temperance is about the middle. It's my Buddha card. Buddha's always the middle way, but no extremities of behaviour. When we're in any extremity, we're out of balance. If that's the extremity of too much good things, too many bad things, we're out of balance. So your gift is about coming back to balance. She floats in the water, she doesn't drown in the water, and she holds the Grail very much in her hand, which means the Temperance card does come after the Death card, by the way. So sometimes the Temperance card feels quite vulnerable. Yeah, that we haven't got a very thick skin. We're a little bit sensitive. And I'm definitely in that energy, Aries, so I definitely understand it. But it's your gift. So embrace it. Embrace the peace that Temperance comes, this middle path. And because what you want is this Star card, the only way to get grace is to stand in the truth. Yeah. If we hurt someone, we make amends. And then grace descends like, oh my God, the most powerful force in the universe. The challenge is the Wheel of Fortune, which is a clock. by the way, and it's a number 10, so it's always about something going to completion is the challenge. Tell me why the wheel is the challenge. It's with the Chariot card. A Chariot card is a vehicle that propels your life forward. So there's still a little bit of energy. Some of you might be, because you're on this Temperance card, you might be in a little bit of a period of recovery. Okay? It's beautiful energies, guys. And you make them beautiful by claiming them. And maybe the cycle that you're in is not quite as dynamic. And it's because Mars is in Libra, so it's all about relationships at the moment. So maybe you feel a little bit sensitive here, not fully able to push everything forward. It won't be long. You've got the Magician in your money and work. So the Magician holds all the aces. He's getting prepared. He's doing some thinking about actualizing new chapters. Okay? I don't think it's going to be the time to push very much though. And that's how the wheel is a challenge. Now you've got the Six of Cups in your relationship. So the Six of Cups is about reunion, reconnection. It's the card of a soulmate. Because soulmates connect beyond words. It tends to be an energetic resonance where two people don't even need to speak, but they understand each other. Anything more about the Six of Cups, please? One card. Queen of Cups. There's a lot of water here. So the Queen of Cups would be a water sign, but look, she goes forward offering her cup. Some of you have maybe had a little bit of a split in a relationship. And really what this is about doing the work of reconnection, offering your cup. That is when we get grace. Grace does not come... I mean, some people get grace as a complete epiphany from nowhere, which changes the course of their life forever. Most people, grace comes after a process of being real, standing in the truth, the King of Wands, communicating, that sort of thing. Very much... I think there's been some sort of, maybe some of you, some sort of argument here. The Magician is about bringing in very powerful divine energy. I don't find the Magician, I think the Magician is about building force. So if that was my money card, I'd be getting ready. I'd be getting prepared for some sort of potential turn of the wheel, movement forward. But it looks at more a preparation stage, or some of you are really, really bringing in this very, very powerful energy. It's a card of manifestation, law of attraction, okay? The law of attraction is the law of love, by the way. That's it. You don't need a whole book. It's the law of love, which is what you've got, a soul position. You know what, Aries? You've definitely got one of the most outstanding readings of the month. Ace of Cups, when it shows up in a soul position, always we're talking about some huge blessed energy. But then you do end in the Four of Pentacles, okay? You don't... So Four of Pentacles is the card of contraction. Contraction isn't always a negative. Sometimes it is. Sometimes we're holding back our heart. Other time people are holding back the heart from us. I think sometimes we need to contract in order to expand again. Because what you're looking for is this clear expansion. Yeah. The law of love is the universal law. And there's an awful lot of love and desire to expand beyond yourself and maybe offer this cup. But then we go into fear, we go into contraction, we pull our energy back. or someone else's. But then the Empress comes up, and the Empress is very much, she's Mother Nature, okay? She's about creativity, birthing new chapters. She's about home. She's about the heart, children, because children are, I mean, children don't belong to us in any shape or form, but they are about our creative offspring. But definitely the Empress is about birthing new potentials, because it's a 1. We then go into the High Priestess, which is about creating some relationship with our depth, the Oracle, and then we birth this new chapter in the Empress. I would like another card for you. Tell me what's just happened here with Aries, okay? I feel there's either been a little bit of a challenging dialogue, or some of you have just gone through the Death card. So the Death card, we're in Scorpio season. Scorpio rules the shadow, yeah? Embracing those parts of us that we don't want to embrace is Scorpio. But that's how we get cards at the Star card. That's how grace descends. That's how heaven and earth were created. So what's just gone on here? I almost feel some of you have definitely gone through something here. Stunning, stunning reading. I have to say, Aries, probably one of the most, probably the most stunning of the month, to tell you the truth. You've just been through the Three of Swords and the Death card. So some of you, and that doesn't mean to say you've been through a death or an ending, but some sort of dark night of the soul. Because you wouldn't be wanting this energy if you hadn't been in some sort of process. I think I officially make you the reading of the month, Aries, to tell you the truth. But remember, when we want grace, grace comes when we stand in the truth, Satnam. And sometimes it's about saying sorry. Sometimes it's about admitting our shadow side. Actually, it's always, and we're in Scorpio season, so a lot of people are getting quite strange readings. But anyhow, tell me one more card about the Star card. Look, you get the 2 cards of Aquarius. Queen of Swords has got this eye wide open, same as this. She holds the sword of truth. It's not for the faint-hearted, Aries, but then that's why you're the warrior. It depends what you want to be the warrior of. And this has been the warrior of this most incredible reading, which is really, to tell you the truth, the warrior of the heart, love. We're in Libra, which is Venus, grace. All those things, all those qualities that move our life into a new evolutionary principle, to tell you the truth. Wow, that was a real privilege to do, Aries. Actually, it sort of just made my day. Lots of love, guys. I'll be back for a mid-month update, and take care. Bye.